Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. All right, and now for our final bad habit that we want to break. It's the negative self-talk. Now, being aware of our own flaws and weaknesses is, of course, an important aspect of adulting. You have to be self aware. You cannot allow yourself to be delusional and think that you're perfect. However, we need to also recognize that our self talk is the most important conversation that we might be having throughout the day, second only to our conversation with God. The way that you narrate stories in your head, the way that you tell yourself about who you are, what you're capable of doing, what you can achieve, and who you can be is really gonna affect every aspect of your life. And you have to start recognizing when it becomes negative, when you start to focus unhealthily on the negative aspects of your life. Ultimately, this can hinder us from our self-growth instead of uplifting us. Iba talaga yung constructive criticism sa criticism lang or negativity lang. So, how do we take action? First one, let your first thoughts in the morning be good and thankful and grateful ones. And I would even add that, that let that also be your last thoughts in the evening. Grateful, thankful, positive thoughts about how God has been good in your life, the blessings that you have, the things that are lined up for you, the good things in your life, the positive things, and really focus on that. See the positive side of even the most mundane situations. Instead of thinking, I hate waking up early, I'm not a morning person, it's gonna be a slow day at work, I'm gonna be bored, I'm not happy with this and that. When you start your morning that way, the rest of your day is going to be like that. So try thinking instead, I am grateful to have a stable job. I hope something good happens for the day. How can I be of service to people today? How can I love other people more today? How can I make other people happy today? When you're also thinking about the positive things that you can do for other people, the happier that you will be. So try to focus on the good things. And then at the end of the day, try to take account of all of the blessings and the good things that you were able to encounter throughout the day. And I guarantee you, you will sleep so well because you're ending your day, you're starting and ending your day with gratitude. Another point and action that you can do is something that James Clear actually talked about as well. He says, use the word but to overcome negative self talk. Turn that negative thought into something that you can work on. So, for example, you say, I failed my exam, but I can improve and try to be better on the next one. Or let's say, I had a this is one of the things that I often say to myself, the but thing. When I'm being impatient with my kids, wow, kids, dalawa na kasi sila. When I become impatient with the kids, with the babies, I would say, okay, I wasn't as patient and gentle as I wanted to be today, but I can try again tomorrow. And I think just having that mindset of you have another shot at this, you should take that shot, helps you become a better person. Instead of keeping in line and dwelling in the negativity, you choose to take that negativity and say, negative things happen, negative thoughts appear, but I can actually do something about it. And finally, create phrases that better reflect who you are and who you want to become. This is something from Jim Quick. He says, what are your good traits? What gifts do you have that can improve your well-being and the world around you or the people around you? Take a deep breath and remember these mantras and phrases when you start to think negatively about yourself. So what does this look like? Um, from a Christian perspective, this is something that I always tell myself. If I am going through a season of just depression and, I feel like I'm going through counseling already, I'm going through all of these things already, but it's still not getting better, I remind myself, one, I'm doing the next right thing. I'm doing the pragmatic right thing to help me be better. And two, I still have the Holy Spirit. I cannot say na Wala. Ito na talaga yun eh. Ganito na talaga ako. I'm just impatient. I'm just not gentle. Talagang masungit lang talaga ako. Instead of dwelling in that, I tell myself, but I still have the Holy Spirit. I have the Holy Spirit. God is not done with me yet. I can still be better. I'm still called to be better. If I still have breath in my lungs, it means that God still has a good purpose for my life to serve Him, glorify Him, and serve and love other people. And that helps me remember it's not yet done, till kingdom come, till He returns or calls me home. That's something that I remind myself. Till He returns or calls me home, here in the power of Christ I stand. And that just reminds me, when I'm having a bad day, or I feel like I'm a horrible mom or a horrible wife, or I'm not good enough at work, or I'm not being the best person that I can be with all the time, talents, and treasures that God has given me. I remind myself that till He returns and calls me home, here in the power of Christ I stand. I can still stand here and be better and not be defined by the bad day that I just had, or the bad meeting that I just had, or the bad moment or fight that I just had. I can be better until Christ calls me home. That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring, and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes, and tag me on social media with at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!